with my client over here, Mr. John Starks of the New York Knickerbockers.
The Wayans brothers wasn't just a sitcom. It was a cultural phenomenon that defined 90s comedy. From 1995 to 1999, Shawn and Marlon Wayans brought endless laughter as two brothers navigating life in New York City. But behind the scenes, many cast members face struggles far darker than their on-screen roles. This is where nostalgia meets reality. While the show remains a beloved classic, the stories of its cast reveal the hidden costs of fame. Some actors soared to greater heights, while others battled personal demons, financial ruin, and tragic endings. From Gary Coleman's heartbreaking downfall to John Witherspoon's enduring legacy, their lives off-camera were often as dramatic as their performances. What really happened to the stars of the Wayans brothers? Why did some fade into obscurity while others met untimely deaths? And how do Shawn and Marlon look back on the show that launched their careers? Subscribe now as we uncover the untold stories, the triumphs, the scandals, and the legacies left behind. This isn't just a trip down memory lane. It's a revealing look at the price of fame. Before he became the beloved Pops Williams on the Wayans brothers, John Witherspoon was already a comedy legend. With his signature raspy voice and no-nonsense delivery, he stole every scene as Shawn and Marlon's street-smart father. But behind the laughter was a man who fought hard for his place in Hollywood. Born in Detroit in 1942, Witherspoon broke into comedy clubs before landing iconic roles in Friday and Boomerang. His career high came in the 90s, but financial troubles haunted him after near bankruptcy in the 80s. He worked tirelessly to rebuild. Off-screen, Witherspoon was a devoted family man, married to Angela Robinson for over 30 years. But his health declined in later years, and on October 29, 2019, the world lost him to a sudden heart attack at 77. His final tweet? Keep laughing no matter what. Witherspoon's legacy lives on through his timeless characters and the countless comedians he inspired. As Ice Cube once said, there would be no Friday without John. From the moment she first appeared as Grandma Ellington on the Wayans brothers in 1995, Janet Dub Boyce brought a special warmth to the screen. At 64 years old when she joined the cast, the veteran actress had already created television history with her groundbreaking role as Willona Woods on Good Times, a character that redefined how black women were portrayed on TV. Born in 1932, Dub Boyce's career spanned 5 remarkable decades. After her success in the 1970s, she continued working steadily, though she often lamented being typecast as the sassy black friend. Her role as the wise, loving Grandma Ellington showed her incredible range, delivering both hilarious one-liners and heartfelt wisdom with equal skill. Behind the scenes, Dub Boyce faced personal challenges. A difficult divorce in the 1980s that left her financially strained. The pressure of being a single mother in Hollywood. Health issues she kept private from most of her colleagues. Yet she remained, and beloved by co-stars. Marlon Wayans recalled, Miss Janet treated us like her real grandsons. She'd scold us one minute and sneak us candy the next. Dub Boyce passed away peacefully on February 17th, 2020 at 87 from cardiac arrest. Her legacy lives on not just through her iconic roles, but through the Janet Dub Boyce Scholarship Fund she established for young black actors. As Jimmy Walker, her Good Times son, said at her memorial, she wasn't just playing a TV mom, she mothered all of us. When Richard Roundtree appeared as the no-nonsense Dr. Saunders on the Wayans brothers in 1995, audiences immediately recognized the legendary actor who had revolutionized black cinema decades earlier. At 53 years old during his guest appearance, Roundtree brought instant gravitas to every scene, a quality forged through his iconic role as Private Detective John Shaft in the groundbreaking Shaft films of the 1970s. Roundtree's journey to stardom began unconventionally. The Illinois native worked as a model before landing his career-defining role in 1971. Overnight, he became Hollywood's first black action hero, sporting leather coats and delivering unforgettable lines like, "It's my duty to please that booty." But the actor struggled with the limitations of typecasting, later telling The Guardian, "They only saw me as Shaft for years. It was both a blessing and a curse." Behind the scenes, Roundtree faced significant challenges. A 1993 breast cancer diagnosis that made him one of the first male celebrities to go public with the disease. 2 difficult divorces that strained his relationships with his children. Financial pressures from alimony and Hollywood's changing landscape. Remarkably, Roundtree rebuilt his career in the 1990s through character roles like Dr. Saunders, appearing in over 150 productions total. His final years saw a career resurgence, including a memorable role in 2019's Shaft reboot alongside Samuel L. Jackson. Roundtree passed away on October 24, 2023, at 81 from pancreatic cancer. Jackson paid tribute. "Richard paved the way for all of us. The baddest mother, shut your mouth, will ever know." His legacy as the original black action hero remains unmatched in Hollywood history. When Sherman Hemsley appeared as the sharp-tongued Mr. Stone on the Wayans brothers in 1995, audiences immediately recognized the legendary sitcom star who had made television history. At 57 years old during his guest appearance, Hemsley brought the same impeccable comic timing that made George Jefferson one of TV's most unforgettable characters. Hemsley's journey to stardom was anything but ordinary. The Philadelphia native worked as a postal clerk for nearly a decade before quitting at age 30 to pursue acting. His big break came when Norman Lear cast him as the upwardly mobile, dry, cleaner George Jefferson in 1975, a role that would earn him Emmy nominations and make him a household name. Behind the laughter, Hemsley's life was marked by quiet struggles, a lifelong battle with shyness that contrasted with his bold TV persona. Never marrying or having children, leaving no immediate heirs. Legal battles over his estate after his death that revealed significant loneliness. Hemsley continued working steadily after the Jeffersons, including his memorable Wayans brothers appearance as the brothers' sarcastic neighbor. In his final years, he lived quietly in El Paso, Texas, where he passed away on July 24, 2012, at age 74 from lung cancer. The bittersweet ending to Hemsley's story came when a long-lost half-brother emerged after his death to claim his estate. As his Jeffersons co-star Isabel Sanford once said, "Sherman made millions laugh, but I often wondered who made Sherman laugh." His legacy as one of television's greatest comic actors remains secure, even as the private man behind George Jefferson remains something of a mystery. When Fred Willard guest-starred as the eccentric Dick Ferndale during the Wayans brothers' final season in 1998, he was already a comedy legend at 65 years old. With his signature deadpan delivery and perfectly timed awkward pauses, Willard turned what could have been a forgettable side character into an instant fan favorite. Willard's comedy career began in Chicago's improv scene in the 1960s before breaking out as a master of mockumentary humor in Christopher Guest films like Best in Show and Waiting for Guffman. His ability to play clueless authority figures with perfect sincerity made him one of Hollywood's most reliable character actors. Behind the scenes, Willard's personal life had its share of heartbreak. The 2018 death of his wife of 40 years, Mary Willard, left him devastated. A 2012 arrest for lewd conduct, later dismissed, briefly tarnished his reputation. He privately struggled with loneliness in his final years. Tragically, Willard passed away peacefully in his sleep on May 15, 2020 at 86 from natural causes. His final role in the Netflix series Space Force premiered posthumously, with co-star Steve Carell calling him the funniest man who never tried to be funny. Willard's legacy lives on through generations of improv comedians who study his work. As Best in Show director Christopher Guest eulogized, Fred made the absurd seem normal and the normal seem absurd. That was his genius. Esther Scott brought her signature no-nonsense warmth to the Wayans brothers as the sharp-witted ER nurse during the show's 1995 season. At 42 years old when she appeared, Scott was already a veteran character actor, having stolen scenes in classics like Boys in the Hood and Terminator 2. Her ability to deliver both stern authority and subtle comedy made her one of Hollywood's most reliable, that face-you-know performers. Born in 1953, Scott's path to acting was unconventional. She worked for years as a legal secretary before pursuing her passion in her 30s. Once she broke through, she became one of the hardest-working supporting actors in the business, appearing in over 100 film and TV roles. Behind her cheerful on-screen persona, Scott faced private struggles. Chronic pain from a 2002 car accident that she hid from colleagues. Unfulfilled dreams of landing a lead role that never materialized. Dying single with no children. Though she mentored many young actors, Scott passed suddenly from a heart attack on February 14, 2020, Valentine's Day, at age 66. Her Boys in the Hood co-star Morris Chestnut remembered. Esther treated everyone like family. The craft services table was her kitchen, and we were all her kids. Though she never achieved stardom, Scott's legacy lives on through her vast body of work and the generations of actors she quietly supported. As casting director Twinkie Bird noted, when you needed someone to make 2 lines feel like an Oscar scene, you called Esther. At just 24 years old, when the Wayans brothers premiered in 1995, Shawn Wayans quickly established himself as the show's grounded center, the responsible brother constantly exasperated by Marlon's antics. This dynamic would become the foundation for their future collaborations, including the Scary Movie franchise and White Chicks. Shawn's career trajectory mirrors the evolution of black comedy itself, cutting his teeth on In Living Color alongside his famous siblings. Co-creating the Wayans brothers, one of the few 90s sitcoms with black leads. Pioneering the parody genre with Scary Movie. E's $278 million box office success. But behind the laughs, Shawn faced personal challenges. The pressure of maintaining the Wayans family comedy dynasty. A bitter 2008 lawsuit with brother Keenen over dance flick profits. His decision to step back from Hollywood in his 40s to focus on parenting. Now 53, Shawn lives a quieter life in Los Angeles, occasionally appearing in projects like 2022's The Last Movie Star. In rare interviews, he reflects on the show fondly. We didn't know we were making history. We were just trying to make each other laugh. His daughter Ilya has followed him into comedy, ensuring the Wayans legacy continues. As co-star John Witherspoon once said, Shawn was always the serious one, until the cameras rolled. Then that boy could turn funny like a light switch. Marlon Wayans burst onto screens in 1995 as the hyperactive, lovable troublemaker in the Wayans brothers at just 23 years old, the youngest of the famous comedy dynasty. His rubber-faced physical comedy and improvisational genius turned simple sitcom scenes into viral moments before viral existed, foreshadowing his future as Hollywood's master of parody. Marlon's career reveals a comedian constantly evolving, transitioning seamlessly from TV to film franchises. Scary Movie A Haunted House. Reinventing himself as a dramatic actor in Requiem for a Dream, 2000. Becoming one of Netflix's top stars with 2022's Marlon Wayans. You know what it is, But behind the laughter lay profound pain. The 2019 death of his newborn son tragically reshaped his comedy. An ongoing feud with brother Keenen over creative control. His radical honesty about depression in his stand-up specials. Now, 52, Marlon has become comedy's philosopher king, using humor to process trauma. His 2024 memoir Funny Because It's True spent 12 weeks on bestseller lists. Praised for its raw account of grief and healing. As he told Oprah, I make people laugh because I know what crying feels like. With a new HBO special filming and his production company developing projects, Marlon represents both the legacy and future of the Wayans brand. As Variety noted, he's turned personal pain into universal punchlines and found salvation in the process. When Anamaria Horford joined the Wayans brothers in 1995 as Dee Baxter, the tough but loving mother figure, she was already a seasoned actress at 48 years old. Fans immediately recognized her from iconic roles like Thelma Fry on Amen and the no-nonsense store clerk in Friday. Her portrayal of Dee showcased her unique ability to balance stern authority with warm humor, a skill that made her one of black television's most beloved matriarchs. Horford's career broke barriers from the start. One of the first black women to appear in national soap operas, *The Doctor's*, a pioneering role on Amen, 1986 to 1991, as one of few black female leads in a primetime sitcom. Her legendary Friday line, by Felicia, becoming a pop culture staple. Behind the scenes, Horford faced personal trials. A painful divorce in the 1990s that left her financially strained. A near-fatal 2013 car accident that temporarily halted her career. The challenge of being typecast as the strong black woman in Hollywood. Now 77, Horford remains active with guest roles. *The Neighborhood*, All the Queen's Men, and mentors young actors. She told Essence in 2023, "I've played moms, grandmas, and aunties because that's who we are, the backbone. But those roles have souls." Her memoir by Felicia and Other Things I Said First releases fall 2024. As Ice Cube once said, "Anna makes every scene better. You don't just cast her, you learn from her." The story of the Wayans brothers cast is more than nostalgia. It's a powerful reflection on fame's double-edged sword. Over nearly 30 years since the show premiered, we've witnessed triumphant comedic legacies alongside heartbreaking tragedies. The show's enduring magic stems from its authentic chemistry. Shawn and Marlon's brotherly dynamic wasn't just acting. It was an extension of their real bond. As Marlon revealed in a 2023 interview, "We weren't performing characters. We were just Wayans brothers being Wayans brothers, and America happened to love it." Yet the cast's post-show journeys reveal sobering truths about entertainment. The price of childhood fame. Gary Coleman's tragic arc remains Hollywood's ultimate cautionary tale about early stardom. The health toll. Multiple cast members, Witherspoon, Roundtree, Hemsley, succumbed to conditions exacerbated by industry stress. The family factor. The Wayans siblings' continued success contrasts sharply with other actors who lack that support system. What makes the Wayans brothers uniquely poignant is how its humor holds up while it's behind tea. He's seen stories deepen with time. John Witherspoon's Pops remains meme-worthy years after his passing. Janet Dub Boyce grandma Ellington clips now play with new resonance knowing her personal struggles. The show's legacy lives beyond reruns. Its influence echoes in shows like Blackish and Abbott Elementary. Shawn and Marlon's production company continues developing projects. A 2024 Entertainment Weekly poll ranked it number 7 on Greatest Black Sitcoms list. As we revisit these performances, we're reminded that comedy often springs from pain, and that the loudest laughter sometimes masks the quietest struggles. Perhaps that's why the Wayans brothers endures. It was real before reality TV, raw before social media, oversharing, and revolutionary in its simplicity. As the curtain falls on our exploration of the Wayans brothers cast, we're left with profound lessons about fame, family, and resilience in Hollywood. These talented performers gave us endless laughter while navigating personal battles most fans never saw. Their stories raise important questions. What does the entertainment industry better protect child stars? Why do so many black sitcom legends struggle with typecasting? What responsibility do we have as fans to support actors beyond their prime? Now, we turn to you, the viewers who grew up with these characters. Which cast member's journey surprised you most? Do you have a favorite episode that hits differently now? How should Hollywood honor these trailblazers? Drop your thoughts in the comments and share this video with fellow 90s kids. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite classic shows. Want us to cover in living color next? Let us know. For those wanting to revisit the magic, The Wayans brothers is currently streaming on insert platform. As Pops would say, keep laughing, but never stop caring about the people behind the characters. For fans feeling nostalgic, The Wayans brothers is currently streaming on HBO Max and Tubi, with with select episodes available for purchase on Amazon Prime Video. As we close this chapter, let's remember the cast, not just for their roles, but for the barriers they broke. One of the few 90s sitcoms starring black brothers as leads. A launchpad for Marlon and Shawn's record-breaking film careers. A showcase for veteran black actors often overlooked by Hollywood. The show's theme song lyrics, asterisk, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, asterisk, feel prophetic. Though some cast members are gone, their impact keeps evolving. While the Wayans brothers ended in 1999, its influence continues reverberating through comedy today. The show pioneered a rare alchemy. Sibling chemistry, so authentic it became the blueprint for future duos like Key and Peele. It's unapologetically black humor, from Marlon's exaggerated facial reactions to Pop's streetwise wisdom, carved space for shows like Blackish and Atlanta to thrive decades later. The series' secret weapon was its balance. It never sacrificed heart for jokes. Episodes tackling racism, Blackboard Jungle, police profiling, Stop, Look and Listen, and financial struggles, M.O. Money, M.O. Problems, delivered social commentary wrapped in hilarity. As writer Robin Thede observed, they made being black brothers both universally relatable and specifically authentic. Modern tributes prove its lasting relevance. 2023's Entertainment Weekly Reunion Special trended globally. TikTok's hashtag Wayans Brothers Challenge revived classic scenes. Shawn and Marlon's 2024 NPR interview sparked calls for a reboot. E.T., perhaps the greatest testament, is how the cast's off-screen bonds endured. When John Witherspoon passed, Marlon's tearful tribute, "Our TV dad taught us comedy is family," reminded us these weren't just co-workers, but a chosen family. As streaming introduces the show to new generations, one truth remains: great comedy isn't just about punchlines, it's about people. And for 5 seasons, the Wayans brothers gave us unforgettable characters who still feel like home.